So welcome back to another episode of NAZHOEN Express Travelogue. This time I'm traveling to Chhukha and I'm traveling on the oldest highway known in Bhutan, the Thimphu to Phuntsho highway. People used to dread traveling on this very highway because it took so long and vomiting is a common sight due to the winding characteristics of the road. But thanks to Dantak, this highway is a smooth and an easy cruise. One thing you'll come across time after time on this highway are the huge carrier trucks, which are a bit of a nuisance, but understandably so, because Chhukha happens to be the commercial and financial capital of Bhutan. Japcha is the first destination on my list. It is also the first village to come across along the Thimphu-Phuntsho National Highway. Japcha village is beautifully located on the side of the hill. And since it's winter time, you will find chilies being dried in the sun in all the households, painting the lawn and the rooftops with a vibrant chili red. Wow, these chilies are painfully spicy. Japcha is also known for their potatoes, and most people from Japcha make their living by exporting potatoes.
Sonam ge lade ne te Lham event rongi gitale tende sago mena lade. Kan bero tero ru toluble ru tete me ge tembe go wa teron khadu me te gitata senda riba gi thosume tu ru senda yente yime to yentele te sa.
Japcha also happens to be an ancient village that has been shaped and influenced by the great Shabdrung and his father, Yaptenpe Nima. It is also interesting how the name Japcha was derived. It's believed that while Yaptenpe Nima visited this very location, a great Indian hermit came on a pilgrimage and gave the name Japcha to this very location.
Nyamagi midi rimta semawala. The elama rimpa wonsi Thaye mowa. Tampu Thaye yuedi taset rimta se yudi animela. The shushu the anale the sanskirnale ngati donghana popda. The da ngati jamneri se chin the ngati chaja se chuluin se the ani panditadi ani lafsinale nidonghana popda the lok Japcha si miri anel totomela.
Japcha is also home to the ruins of the grand zong belonging to once a formidable Japcha penlop. Interesting fact about this zong is that the location was discovered by Yaptenpe Nima. And many years later, while Shabdrung was tracing his father's journey, he built the zong in that very location. And much later, the penlop made it his home. So the ruins of Japcha Zong is so old that it has holes and big cracks on its wall. But it's amazing how this Zong has withstood time and weather and everything, and the structure still stands. It's so majestic. Can't go any higher because there's no way, and it truly is a ruin. Although it's in ruins, the Zong still stands as the most prominent structure within the village. Not much history is known about the penlop himself, nor the Zong. Uninhabited and unpreserved, this grand Zong is being dwindled down by the natural forces and the trickling hands of time. This Zong was once ruled by Japcha penlop a long time ago, and it's remarkable how these huge wooden beams are still intact. This is remarkable. Today I'm here at Dokhachu Gembal Hagang in Chapcha, and what an exciting time to be here on this particular day, because today they're holding their annual Choko, and I can't wait to go find out what it is all about. Dokhachu Gembal Hagang is believed to be founded by Lham Jamso in the 11th century. It's quite an old Hagang, and this particular village in Chapcha is also called Dokhachu Gem, derived directly from the Hagang. Everyone helps one another, and this vibe is also extended within the Hagang, where all the villagers take part playing individual appointed roles in this unique Choko. They hold this Choko every year for 3 days in the month of December. This interesting Choko is completely dedicated and praises Shabdrung in all his glory. What's amazing about this Choko is that this Choko is dedicated to Shabdrung Namgyal himself, and they hold it every year without missing a beat. This is truly, truly amazing. I am traveling further along the national highway to visit perhaps one of the most important economic enterprise in Bhutan. Today I'm here at Chhukha Dam, the first and the oldest hydropower project here in Bhutan. And this dam has benefited the entire Bhutan in so many ways. And I want to shed some light on how electricity is made. And I'm quite electrified about finding out how electricity is made.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm fine now.
So what's the first thing to see here in Chhukha Dam?
You can see the intake, you can see the gate, and then you can see the water.
And the water. Well, I'm dying to see what this Chhukha Dam is all about. Shall we go?
Okay, sir.
Chhukha Dam is 40 meters high and 105 meters in length, with a reservoir capacity of 1 million cubic meters of water of the Wangchu River. Mr. Sharab is a senior engineer, and he will show me around starting with a dam. The idea of harnessing the vast natural wealth for the benefit of the country and its people was conceived in the early 1970s by the visionary and far-sighted late King Jigme Dorji Wangchu. It was completed at a cost of Noltram 2,460 million and was inaugurated on October 21st, 1988. Chhukha Hydropower Plant has a potential of generating 336 megawatts. Chhukha Dam is located at 1,842 meters to divert the water into the power plant. Right on top of the intake gates are mounted with twin automated trash racks, which cleans out trash that flows down the river. So I noticed like on those gates there's like bottles stuck there. I mean, is that like a big problem usually here in the dam because of trash and stuff?
Yeah, basically in some monsoon where the river brings trashes, because of that trashes, it gets the intakes choked. So we have to continuously clean. The choking of the intake will incur a problem in loading the machines.
Further down the line. I see. Yeah. So basically, people from Thimphu, Paro, and Ha should be really, really careful of not dumping their trash in the water because, come on, we all need electricity, which is helpful in our daily life, and having trash come here, which chokes the intake and which affects the basic production of electricity. So please, please do not throw your trash in the water because it affects all of us. The desilting chambers are 100 meters away from the intake gates and have a length of 347.5 meters. It ensures the silt particle to settle to the bottom, allowing the clean water to flow further down to the head race tunnel. This also minimizes wear and tear to the underwater parts.
So Chhukha Dam is the pioneer dam here in Bhutan, which has benefited Bhutan in so many ways and has paved the way for so many other dams that are still being constructed here in Bhutan, which will bring even more benefits for our country. So this is truly, truly electrifying.
Chhukha hydropower plant colony is about 46,620 square kilometers and employs a significant amount of people. The Chhukha Hydropower Corporation was formed on July 1st, 1991.
So we've just seen the dam. Now we're gonna go see the powerhouse where the real sparks happen. So how long have you been working here at Chhukha Hydropower Plant?
This is my 8th year.
8th year. Wow, that's a long time that you've been working here. It's huge, really. It's humongous. It's it's crazy. It's crazy. And to understand this is where our power is coming from is fantastic.
After the desilting chambers, the water flows through a series of tunnels and shafts. The water then flows through the pressure shaft, which are inclined at a 50-degree angle, connecting to the turbines. Chhukha Power Plant has 4 turbines, each with a rated output of 84 megawatts. The water then hits the turbine, spinning it at 300 rotations per minute, and that energy is transformed into electricity in the generator. Thus, we have the wonderful gift of light.
I'm in the main control room where you control the flow of electricity and all the functioning parts here in the power plant. And if I press one of these buttons, that could make the power go out in tempo. I mean, it's in the grasp of my hand, but I won't do it because I'm sure you guys all want that light shining nice and bright. Thank you very much.
It is quite interesting how moving water could generate electricity, and Bhutan in general has the potential of generating an estimated of 30,000 megawatts with our vast rivers all over the country. If you ask any Bhutanese to talk about Chhukha Dzongkhag, they will talk about Phuntsho, the vibrant border city. But before I dive into this amazing city, I'm heading a little further along to a little place called Lingden.
Today I'm going to a place called Lingden, the last Jiwag of Phuntsho Gewog before reaching Samsi. Should be really interesting.
Lingden is a river village located beautifully along the Amachu. It is located northeast of Phuntsho, and the walk takes about 3 hours. The walk towards the village is the most amazing experience because you come across these little beach-like oases. The white sandy lagoon almost makes you feel as if you're in a beach, and if you close your eyes, one could trace a faint smell of the ocean breeze in the air. But my purpose for visiting Lingden is to experience the Rai tradition. Lingden has been settled by many tribes, but today the Rais are the predominant settlers. And what's unique about the Rais is that they have a rare special harvest dance that has never been documented. It will be quite a treat for me as I'm filled with excitement.
Wow. Traveling to Lingden village is quite an amazing and unique experience because it's all flat grounds and it's amazing. Lingden is quite a unique village, and I can't wait to see what the Lingden village has to offer. This is amazing. Just plains everywhere. Beautiful.
Lingden is a peaceful village with about 36 households and 100 people. But what I have noticed is that there's a huge age gap in the population. Little children playing in the field and elderly enjoying a light breeze by the porch in the afternoon sun.
Lingden is quite a beautiful village, but the biggest problem about Lingden village is that all you see is really old people or very young kids. All the young adults have left to bigger cities like Thimphu and Phuntsho especially to find better jobs. And that leaves only the young and the old to take care of farm works. And there's quite a bit of a huge rural to urban migration problem here in Lingden. So I'm gonna go meet a young girl who's gonna tell us more about the Rai tradition. So this should be really exciting.
Kusampola.
Can you please tell us about the Rai tradition?
Yes, I can.
Thank you.
Kusampo, my name is Ambika Rai. I'm 14 years old and welcome to my home. I live with my father Bhaktiman Rai, my mother Begum Rai, and my 3 siblings. We are the Rai family. Lingden is beautifully hidden by 2 huge mountains, with the Amocho passing right below us. My father tells me that before us, many years ago, the Toto tribe and the Tamangs were supposed to have lived here. But about 300 years ago, they all left. And since then, the Rais have lived here. Ankau okon yang yong bantawa, anta ankau pur kaulidang kakan yang o wajimpa. Wajimpa means chicken and all the ingredient it requires. First step for making wajimpa is to roast a chicken. The burnt feathers are made into powder and marinated with the chicken. While the chicken is being marinated, onions, chilies, and ginger are fried in oil. Now we must mix the chicken and fry it all together. When I grow up, I want to cook just like my mother and become a top chef. The unique thing about the wajimpa is there's an ingredient that is the fur of the hen. We burn it and put it in. Next step is to add the washed and soaked rice into the mixture. Stir it. Add water. It should be cooked in about 15 to 20 minutes. You will know when it's done when the water is dry. And now we have to cover it. Wajimpa is always served in our traditional plates made from banana leaves. It is simple, easy to make and clean. We just need a banana leaf, double layer it, fold it at the corners, secure it with a wooden pin, and like that a traditional plate is made. It is called tuna. Ai chưa wachimpa? I love the wachimpa dish because I have been eating it with my family since I can remember. It always reminds me of my family and my childhood days.
As night falls, the villagers had a special treat for me. They have all gathered to perform this dying traditional harvest dance called Daing. Daing is a special dance in celebrating the last fruitful harvest. It usually takes place in the evening from 7 p.m., lasting till 4 a.m. There are two types of dance, Dungdungge, a rough and tough dance, and Tamrungge, which is more synchronized dancing. These dances serve double purpose, celebration, and to release the rice grains from the rice stalk, as it is stomped with beautiful dance movements. A major dilemma is that Daing is being forgotten by the youth as modern form of harvesting is more common. But tonight, we had all the children and few of the youth remaining to attend this rare tradition in order for them to retain what is truly their culture.
Thank you, Noom, for showing me what the Rai tradition is all about and what Lingden has to offer. This is really, really beautiful. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, sir.
Phuntsho is the border city and also the gateway to the Indian state of West Bengal. The place provides a fascinating mixture of cultures of the Bhutanese and the Indian people.
I'm here at Zangtupalri, and we have a lot of elderlies that are circling the Zangtupalri because it's a very, very holy place. Kuzampola. Kadweila, Korajabdullah, Kadweila, Lejimberainala, Lasla, Lasso.
Phuntsho also happens to be the winter vacation spot for most Bhutanese. Right in the middle of the city stands Zangtupalri, a popular place for the elderly to make their rounds and pray. It's also quite pleasant to see few of the youth involving themselves in this faithful bliss. And if you're up for it, there are many things to do and see in Phuntsho as long as you give it a try.
So one of the most exciting attractions that attracts both tourists and locals alike here in Phuntsho is the croc farm. I'm quite excited and scared. So come, let's go check it out. Kuzampola. Take it to Shuela.
Mi gati chi ibila
Chi jamchila.
las lobi ki chen la
Sangye Choiphel.
las
Karinchela. So Kuzampola. So this is Mr. Rambadur. and he's been a caretaker here for a very long time, since the beginning of the start of this facility in 1976, and he's gonna go show me around, so I'm quite excited.
The Crocodile Breeding Center is an amazing place to visit if you have 30 minutes to spare. It's just a few minutes walk from the bus station and covers an area of less than an acre. This breeding center was established sometime in the 1970s with 12 crocodiles and 7 gharials. Today, that population has almost tripled.
Wow, look at this guy. This guy is humongous. These are marsh crocodiles, and they're quite aggressive apparently. And just look at this guy just laying there, and the size. Wow. You could just tell by his cheeks. I'm not even sure if this is cheeks, but it's fattened up like crazy. And the scales, wow. Armored scales, and the tail, how big the tail is. One whip of that, I think, could probably break my arm.
Mr. Rambadru Chetri, who has been working as a caretaker for the last 30 years, says these creatures are like his family and has total trust in them, feeding them daily in front of the visitors.
3टा चाहिँ त्यस्तो साइजको छ
3 of them.
3 मेल 3टा 13 फिट 6 इन्ची छ
And they're all male.
हजुर
Oh,
male.
I see. Wow.
The feeding time is probably the most exciting moment for me, and I think the visitors enjoyed it as much as I did. It's quite amazing how these ancient prehistoric creatures easily gobble up 15 pounds of raw meat just within seconds. It makes me hungry just looking at these creatures feed. Yummy.
So it's the most exciting time in this croc farm, because it's feeding time and all the crocs are being fed. They eat about 15 pounds of meat every alternative day. And just look at them feeding. It's a crowd pleaser because everybody's here just watching, because it's an exciting moment. I'm just like, I'm shaking literally because I can't even get close to it because I think they're gonna bite me. But I'm just gonna stand over here and just watch Mr. Rambadru feed the crocs, because he's totally used to feeding the crocs.
This breeding center has been very successful in breeding gharials, which are an extremely endangered species.
So these are actually juvenile gharials, also known as freshwater crocodiles. And there's 19 of them, and these are hatchlings from June 2009. So they've grown to quite a size. And the biggest problem with this facility is that they have a lack of space. So when these gharials grow up and become big, there's not enough space for all of them, and that's one of the biggest concerns here. But these are truly beautiful creatures, and it's just fascinating just watching them.
The gharial is one of the largest of all crocodilian species, and the males can reach up to 20 to 23 feet in length. One could also distinguish males from females by the bulbous growth on the tip of the male snout.
Wow, amazing, amazing. So gharials are creatures that are almost at the brink of extinction, and this guy is huge. I'm gonna get away a little bit, let him get his fish. I'm quite lucky that I get to see this giant, magnificent creatures that's swimming, that almost looks like a dragon. This is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
With barely an acre, the center is becoming too small and crowded for the reptiles. But the center has future plans to relocate these beautiful creatures to a bigger area.
Thank you very much. Bye. Today I'm here at the winter coaching session here at the YDF, where most of the youths spend their winter time here and learn some Taekwondo.
Now if you're young and restless, do sign up for the winter Taekwondo sessions held at the Youth Development Fun Center. You will have lots of fun and be sure to break a sweat. And boy oh boy, the master sensei had me stretching, punching, kicking right from the start. I really admire these youth because their movements are as smooth as water, and Bruce Lee always says to be like water.
These are some intensive training, warm-up practices, and I'm about to run backwards. I hope I don't fall.
This sport takes a long time to master, and I'm struggling quite a bit as I'm unable to stretch. But I could definitely see why this sport is plain addictive, because it's a whole lot of fun.
It's my first day taking Taekwondo, and I have no idea what I'm doing, but I'm working out a sweat. And this type of art takes 10 years to master. And admire all these young kids that are learning the art of self-defense and focus of the mind. Now we're putting some combination moves, combination kick moves, and I have my fingers crossed, trying to stretch all the way up there. Hopefully I won't tear a muscle. Didn't have enough warm-up sessions, so I think it should be quite flexible.
Taekwondo is an ancient Korean martial arts which translates to the way of the hand and the foot. This art form has fast become a popular sport among the youth of Bhutan. This is also the only sport where Bhutan has won the most medals competing internationally.
I think I can do it! People always say you can't be in two places at once. Well, I'll prove you wrong, because I'm in India right now, and I'm in Bhutan now. India, Bhutan, India.
Right across the gates of Phuntsho lays Jaegung, a bustling border city. This is the place to get any type of goods for the Bhutanese. And most of the businesses caters especially to the Bhutanese.
As you walk by the alleyways of Jaegung, you know immediately that you're in India because of street stands, people, the shopkeepers, the smell, the noise. You know you're in India. You go like this. They basically display the watches in the water. So just to say that it is waterproof. Not working. No, waterproof not working. काम नहीं कर रहा है. Let's do namaste. most people who are here, the shoppers, are usually all Bhutanese, so as you walk around, you see a lot of familiar faces. Almost all of them are Bhutanese.
It's a good idea to make sure your bargaining skills are up to par. This vibrant city really gives the vibe of what India is all about for anyone wanting to experience the rich Indian culture.
So you can practically get any type of film you want here. You could get Bhutanese film, Hindi film, Korean film, Japanese film, and of course, Bruce Lee. Who doesn't like Bruce Lee? Sunglasses. So this is one of the stores in Jagang where they sell branded sunglasses. I mean, some of the really cool sunglasses. I'm gonna try them. This is quite unique. Oh. So having been officially in India, it is a must for me to ride on a rickshaw, and I've always wanted to do this. So I've been in India for literally about maybe an hour, and I'm already falling in love with India, with this unique culture, people. This certain sense of chaosness is almost homely, really. You get used to it. I'm riding a rickshaw. Never done this before, and this is nice. This is amazing. Traffic is insane, but somehow they manage how to get by one another without having any accidents. And this is a nice ride, and I'm loving it. I'm loving it. क्या है?
सर आपको डोसा हो जाएगा साउथ इंडियन में आपको डोसा
South
हो जाएगा।
Indian.
सब्जी में आपको जैसे मिक्स वेजिटेबल मटर पनीर शाही पनीर
ठीक है. Thank you. So I'm at a eating joint, probably the most popular eating joint here in Jagang, where everybody comes to have a snack, have lunch before they shop or after they shop. So I can't wait to dig into that dosa. You can't just come to India and not experience India's rich, exotic flavor. And therefore I've decided to order everything Indian. And the short span of time that I spent in India has been a mind-blasting experience. And what better way to experience the culture of India than through food? So I'm digging in there. So Chhukha Dzongkhag was an amazing experience, and the biggest part about being in Chhukha is Phuntsho, the border town. And I'm standing here in Lham, which means roads of good relations between Bhutan and India. The entire experience was quite a blast. I had so much fun.
Chhukha, in my opinion, is a Dzongkhag that flows in this wonderful, systematic symphony of chaos. And within the mist of chaos, there lies a spark of friendship, spark of economic enterprise, spark of livelihood. It is the only place where one could experience the extremes of two cultures. That's so interwoven. It's like the sun and the moon creating something uniquely wonderful in between. Japcha, a Buddhist-influenced village, while Lungden is a place of Rai traditions. Phuntsho, a bustling Bhutanese metropolis, and Jaigang, a fantastic Indian border town, making Chhukha Dzongkhag something uniquely Bhutanese. Chhukha is truly a place where one could work hard and play hard. And on that note, I shall welcome all to come along with me in experiencing the second season of NAZHOEN Express Travelogue. So until next time, in another Dzongkhag, goodbye.